Welcome to our company. You are about to join the ranks of our elite information security professionals. As you can see from our campus map, we have many different environments to secure. Before we begin, let's meet with Human Resources for an introduction to information security. Human Resources is a critical part of any successful organization. Before we take a tour of Human Resources and get a first-hand feel for how important their job is and how high their information security standards are, let's view the new hire orientation video to become acquainted with your role in information security. Click on the training room to continue. Welcome to Thomson & Lloyd Logistics. From the Great White Way to San Francisco Bay, from the Treasure State to the Sunshine State, Thomson & Lloyd Logistics connects consumers across America with the products and services that enhance relationships, build communities, and empower lives. We pride ourselves on helping to make the world smaller by drawing markets closer. We live in a globally connected community, a community in which creativity and passion from all around the country and across the world can transcend economic barriers and engage in collaboration through the instantaneous transfer of electronic data. As the volume of digital financial transactions, email traffic, and personal record storage and transmission continues to grow, we have consistently maintained the highest standards in hardware and network infrastructure. Our information technology department works hard to ensure that our systems are reliable and secure, all day, every day. But no matter how secure, up-to-date, resilient, and robust the technology, physical systems remain dependent on sound human judgment to fulfill their potential. A recent study of industry professionals revealed that 95% of all security incidents involve human error. Many of these are successful security attacks from external attackers who prey on human weakness in order to lure insiders within organizations to unwittingly provide them with access to sensitive information. Let's look at that statistic again. 95% of all security incidents involve human error. As a member of the Thomson & Lloyd team, your stewardship of our customer and client information is paramount in our commitment to delivering exceptional service, time after time, customer after customer, generation after generation. Let's take a look at how we can minimize human error in the safeguarding of sensitive personal and financial information. At Thomson & Lloyd, we treat our customers' financial information as if it were our own. Credit card transactions are processed in a restricted access area. Credit card numbers and associated data are recorded and stored in password-protected, encrypted software designed with Payment Card Industry, or PCI, compliance standards in mind. Sensitive financial information is never written down, and any non-credit card information that must be printed for regulatory or business purposes is shredded immediately after use or stored securely in a restricted area. Email is a cornerstone of our customer service and logistics processes. At Thomson & Lloyd, we pride ourselves on open and honest communication with all of our stakeholders. Of course, because email is so ubiquitous, would-be identity thieves often use email to attempt to extract sensitive or privileged information. According to another industry report, 95% of advanced and targeted attacks involve spear phishing scams with emails containing malicious attachments that can cause malware to be downloaded onto the user's computing device. This gives attackers a foothold into the organization from which they can move laterally in search of valuable information such as intellectual property. In the course of your security training, you will be exposed to the concept of phishing or social engineering, the conscious and malicious manipulation of human trust and emotion to gain access to unauthorized data. Sensitive files, both physical and electronic, may contain credit card numbers, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, PIN numbers or passwords, and other private information. This type of information is called PII, or Personally Identifiable Information. Much regulatory effort has been put into securing PII, including upgrading hardware and software security standards. But as we have learned, the most secure systems in the world cannot prevent human error. According to the same report, some organizations will be a target regardless of what they do, but most become a target because of what they do. PII, such as credit card numbers and social security numbers, can, if shared with a malicious party, cause untold financial damage to consumers and businesses alike. Exposure of proprietary information like trade secrets and intellectual property can erode business advantages, affect stock value, and harm reputations. Personal health records, if intentionally or accidentally revealed to any number of entities, can cause irreparable harm to an individual's social and economic well-being. Even your fellow employees may fall victim to identity theft if their colleagues are not dedicated to securing all private, sensitive, and confidential information. While important, the care of sensitive information shouldn't scare you. At Thomson & Lloyd, we're a community. We are, all of us, partners in honoring the trust we've built with our clients, our customers, our vendors, and our employees. We want to empower you to become a champion in our commitment to keeping all private information secure. We look forward to working together. Welcome to Thomson & Lloyd Logistics. We're happy to have you on our team. Congratulations on sitting through that information security overview. It may feel like information overload, but the film touched upon several important topics you'll need to keep in mind as you work to protect sensitive information. Next, we'll...
Welcome, new hires. I understand you've seen the orientation video and you're ready to get started. We don't let just anybody work with our clients' sensitive information. I'd like to discuss a few previous incidents and how they can be avoided in the future. Please report to my office right away.
Oh, I almost forgot. Roberta Rose, our Human Resources Director, likes to meet with new employees. Better hurry, she doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Welcome to our company. I'm Roberta Rose. No need to worry. I know you're going to do a great job here. Just a few words of, caution. We've had some security issues in the past, and, well, we'd never have anything like them happen now, but just to test your understanding, if I were to ask you, what is the leading cause of the exposure of sensitive information in the workplace today? That's right. Human error is the leading cause of the exposure of sensitive information in the workplace today. Well done. Let's try another one. Okay, you got that right. Can you tell me, what does PII stand for? You're absolutely right. PII stands for Personally Identifiable Information. This seems a little too easy for you. Let's try one more. Let me see if I can stump you. What if I asked, given that 95% of security incidents involve human error, what are some of the major areas employees need to be mindful of when dealing with sensitive information? You've got it. As employees, our job is to minimize the risk of accidental exposure of personal, restricted, and sensitive information. This involves being mindful about consumer financial data, email communication, document storage and retrieval, and the consequences of information security breaches. Good job! Now, I won't say I'm impressed, but I think you have the general idea of why information security is at the heart of what we do here. Just so you're aware of how critical the successful handling of information actually is, let me tell you about several scenarios that have really shaken the industry in the past few years. Let me pull up some data on my laptop. Let's take a look at some real-world examples of how a lapse in information security monitoring can cost a company millions in assets, and much more importantly, the reputation of the consumers and clients who rely on it to protect their information. Go ahead and click a folder to learn about some costly information security breaches. Case file 25095 from a U.S. cabinet-level department. Date, May 2006. Cause, a major federal agency's records were stolen when an analyst broke security protocol by taking a laptop and a hard drive to his home. Impact of data breach, 2.6 million personnel records exposed, including social security numbers, dates of birth, and medical records. $1 to $5 million in potential breach management, potential release of millions of subscribers' medical information, and loss of public trust and confidence. What do you think was the biggest factor contributing to the security breach? Yes, you're right. In this case, the disregard of security protocols by removing hardware containing sensitive information from an access-restricted area was the biggest contributing factor to this security breach. Well done. Case file 55689 from a major encryption provider. Date, March 2011. The cause was phishing attacks against encryption provider employees, posing as people trusted by the employees. Impact of data breach. 40 million records stolen. Encryption of numerous clients compromised. $66 million in breach management. Loss of consumer trust in the integrity of the security tokens guaranteed by the encryption provider. And admission by company that human beings are indeed the weakest link in the chain. What do you think was the biggest factor contributing to the security breach? Exactly. The human element was most certainly involved here. Attackers posed as trusted contacts, luring employees to reveal sensitive information. Good job. Case file 0011726673 from a major Midwestern retailer. Date, December 2013. The cause was because the third-party vendor's access to retailers' networks was compromised via malware delivered in an email. The impact of the data breach was credit card and contact information of 110 million customers compromised, $252 million in breach management, significant loss of stock value, the resignation of CIO in March 2014, resignation of the CEO in May 2014, and irreparable damage to consumer trust. It's one thing to read about incidents like that. It's quite another to place yourself in the shoes of an employee who may have inadvertently exposed confidential information. What do you think was the biggest factor contributing to the security breach? Exactly. The breach would not have happened if human error, in this case the inadvertent invitation of malware into a third-party network, did not create a foothold for malicious activity. Good job. Okay, not bad, not bad. It seems like you have a general idea of the various components of information security and why it's critical to be aware of it. Those are all the questions I have, for now. Let me see. It looks like you're conditionally cleared to take a tour around the company. Why don't you start by exploring the rest of human resources? I've simulated a few potential security breaches and some non-security breaches around the office to really test your understanding. See if you can identify if and why a particular item in the office represents a security breach. To get you started, since we just discussed PII and how important it is, let's make a note of your successful responses to PII-related questions. You'll encounter other categories of security-related questions as you move through the company. If you're stuck, we've put everything you need to know about information security into a company knowledge base. You can access this resource at any time for more information on any security topic. Well, I guess that's about it. Oh, let me give you my card. It will remind you which areas you've explored. Some of your new colleagues may also have questions for you. I have no doubt you're up to the challenge. Good luck!